and welcome to the exciting world of magic. With this tape, you'll be able to learn how to do magic from the Great Magician's Magic Set by Royal Magic. So let's get started and learn some magic.
And now the mystery of the cups and balls. Here to join me is Peter Weber. Thanks for coming around, Peter.
Sure.
We're glad to have you here.
Thanks.
I'm going to show you the trick with 3 cups and 3 balls. Keep the balls right there, watch. Ball number 1 on top of the cup. Tap it with my magic wand. Boop. And the ball has fallen through the cup. This time, we'll use the yellow cup. The magic wand. Boop. And the second ball has fallen through the cup to the table. The third ball, of course, goes last. Boop. All 3 balls have fallen through the cup. This time, though, we're going to do it a little bit differently. We'll keep 2 balls alone. The third ball, I'll put in my pocket. With a magic wand, whoop. Can you guess, Peter?
3 balls?
You're right. All 3 balls back again under the cups. There it is, the mystery of the cups and balls. How about that? Was it worth coming around?
Yes.
Well, we're glad you're here. We're going to show you a lot more. Stick around.
Oh, good. Okay.
The cups and balls is one of the oldest tricks in all of magic, and it's still performed to this day by professional magicians all over the world. We actually use 4 balls. 1 ball is secretly hidden from the audience at all times. At the beginning, start by placing 1 ball inside of a mouth-up cup. Place the next cup mouth up inside, and place the third cup mouth up inside of those 2. And the other 3 balls are dropped right inside the last cup. At the beginning of the performance, roll all 3 balls out so the audience can see the 3 balls. Now always hold the stack of cups mouth up in your left hand. Always take a cup from the bottom of the stack with your right hand held palm up like so. Now when I turn this cup over, there's a secret ball hidden inside. So don't turn it too slowly, the ball will drop out, and the audience will see how the trick is done. Don't turn it too quickly, or it'll cause suspicion. Turn the cup smoothly and gently so that the secret ball does not fall out. Now, place the other 2 empty cups on either side. Place a ball on top of the center cup, cover it with either of the other 2 cups, and give it a tap with the magic wand. Lift the 2 cups, and it appears as though 1 ball has penetrated the bottom cup. Turn the stack mouth up, and always take the cup from the bottom of the stack with your right hand held palm up like so. Turn this cup gently over onto the other ball. Now there are 2 balls hidden underneath this cup. I take an additional ball, place it on the center cup. This time I use the other cup and give it another tap with the magic wand. Raising the stack of 2 cups, the audience can now see there are 2 balls underneath the center cup. Once again, I hold this stack of cups mouth up. I take the cup from the bottom with my right hand held palm up and swing it gently over the other 2. The last ball goes onto the center cup. I cover it with either one, give it a tap with the magic wand, and now the spectators can see that all 3 balls are underneath 1 cup. For the finish, put 2 balls together. Turn the stack of cups mouth up. Take the bottom cup from the bottom of the stack with your right hand held palm up and add the secret ball to these 2. Now take the last remaining ball, put it in your pocket, give it a wave in the magic wand. Woo! Cause it to fly from your pocket underneath the cup. Now the spectators can examine everything because you have exactly 3 balls and 3 cups. The mystery of the cups and balls, a classic of magic that you will enjoy learning and performing.
The advantage of this video is that you can rewind and review the tricks as many times as you need. But don't go on to the next trick until you've mastered the one you're working on. And when you're practicing, practice both the actions and the words, because what you say is at least as important as what you do. Practice each trick several times until you can perform the magic confidently.
A Hey, Peter, this next trick is going to be out of this world. These are 3 space rocks that come from a planet far away.
Oh, sure.
Yes, and this is the quadrazonal time and space warping tube of mystery invented by Jerry Android.
Oh, come on. You gotta
Yes, look, these blocks will pass right through the tube, but I'm going to send them through the 4th dimension. Watch, the red one goes in first, the blue second, the magic white rock goes last. With a tap of the magic wand, the white rock passes through the 4th dimension and comes out first. Can you believe that?
Maybe.
Let's try it again. I'll put the blue one in first, the red one second, the magic white one goes last. Now with a tap of the magic wand, look at that. The white one comes out first again. Let's seal the tube so that nothing can get in or out. I'll put a rock in both ends of the tube. Put your hand on that so nothing can get in or out. I'm going to put the magic block in a black hole in a galaxy far away. Now a tap of the magic wand. Foo! Did you see it go? Lift that tube up and look inside. All 3 blocks have returned to the tube of mystery. That's magic, huh?
Yeah. How'd you do it, Steve?
Well, a good magician never tells the secret.
Darn.
The secret to the wonder blocks is that I have duplicate blocks. In my set, the duplicate blocks are white. In your set, they might be a different color. But the duplicate blocks are always larger than the other tube. And because they are larger than the other 2, they cannot fit through the tube because there is an obstruction in the center. These other 2 smaller blocks will pass easily through the tube. At the beginning of the performance, I conceal one of my duplicate white blocks in my fingers like so, and then hide it by placing the empty tube next to that block, concealing it from the spectator's view. Now I prove that the tube is empty by passing my wand through the tube several times. Then I show the spectators how the blocks will pass through the tube. The blue one passes normally through the tube. The red one passes normally through the tube. The white block, however, will not actually pass through the tube. So I create the illusion that it goes through the tube by dropping this block in the top and releasing the other block with my fingers at the same time, so it looks as though it passes right through the tube. Make sure that you practice this move so that you get the timing right so it really looks like the block passes through the tube. Make sure that you minimize the motion with your right hand, otherwise you can give away the fact that you're actually dropping that extra block. Now there's a hidden block inside the tube of which the spectators are unaware. I place the blocks inside the tube in this order. Red first, then blue. My magic duplicate block goes last. With a tap of the magic wand, I explain to the audience that the magic block is going to penetrate the others inside the tube and emerge first. Now the extra block is concealed inside the tube right here. So I turn the tube so that the extra block will fall out on this end. And now I repeat the trick. I place the blue block in first, the red one second, and the magic white block goes last. Once again, it'll be stopped by the center of the tube. Little tap of the magic wand. Behold, the white block emerges from the tube first. What a miracle. Now, I will place one each of the blocks in opposite ends of the tubes, and that will sandwich the extra white block in between those 2. So for the finale, I put the magic white block in my pocket, give a little wave of the magic wand, causing the block to pass from my pocket back into the tube. When I lift the tube, all 3 blocks are inside. The first thing to remember about magic is that if you want to be good, you have to practice. All of the tricks in the Great Magician set are ones that'll fool your friends, but you have to practice. The best way to practice is in front of a mirror. Set up a mirror in front of a table like I have here. Then you'll be able to see the magic the way your audience sees it. Practice the tricks until you can't see the method in the mirror. If you can see the method in the mirror, you can bet that your spectators will be able to see it too. Also remember to practice the story that goes along with the trick, because what you say is just as important as what you do. So remember, keep practicing.
Dad, could you show me that trick where the magician takes the lady and he puts her in a box and then he stabs swords or spikes through the box?
Right, and the lady
then-
comes out okay?
Yeah.
I love that trick. I'm so glad you asked. We're not going to do that exact one, but we've got something very much like it. Before we do anything, though, I want you to look at the box. Make sure it's ordinary, nothing inside, nothing sneaky. Look at the lid for the box also. Now, we don't have a lady today, so instead of a lady, we'll use this plastic coin. This will be our lady for the trick today. Pretty ordinary, huh?
Yeah.
This box with some holes in it. I'll take the box and a coin. You might examine these too. These are going to be our razor-sharp spikes. Feel these, make sure they're solid, and feel the points pretty sharp. Well, not too sharp,
No.
but as
I feel like
razor-sharp
it's
plastic
piercing.
spikes.
Yeah. They couldn't pierce plastic.
That's right, there's no holes in the lady. Go ahead and put the lady in the box for me. Thank you, and we'll put the lid on the box with the lady. Now, you'll notice the razor-sharp spikes will not go through the lady. That's because I haven't done the magic trick. The magic trick is this. How about that? The magic puff of my breath, and the lady is penetrated with the spike. We'll try it again. And again, the spike goes right through the lady. Go ahead, give that one a puff for me right here. You can see him going right through. Give it a puff first, make sure it works. And let's put it through the lady. Good job. Give these some puffs for me. Go ahead and grab one and give it a puff. That magic puff, let's put it in for you. Oh yeah, right through the lady. Each and every spike going right. Go ahead, give it a puff. Oh, let me do that for you. Perfect. And the last one. Oh, a perfect magic puff. You can see, just like that trick you just described, the spikes are going right through the lady. Well, some people think it's a trick, though. Some people think that because I'm a magician, I have made the lady vanish from the box, pushing the spikes right through thin air. Well, let me show you that's not true. Can you hear the lady?
Yes.
Can you see the lady?
Yes.
Go ahead, take her out and make sure the lady's okay, still without holes. So how about that? There it is, a trick with a lady and the spikes.
Pretty good.
The spike coin is one of the easiest tricks in the whole set. So this gives you an opportunity to really put a lot of showmanship into your presentation. The box consists of two parts, the bottom and the lid, and there's a small bump on the outside of the bottom piece. There are 4 notches in the lid of the top piece. When you place the coin inside the box, make sure that one of the notches in the lid fits right over that bump on the bottom. Now, when you first put a spike inside the box, put it into any one of the 4 inside holes in the top. Now you can let the spectator push on the spike, and the spectator will not be able to push the spike through the coin. Remove the spike and give it a puff with your magic breath. The reason you do this is because you're now going to place the spike into one of the outside holes, and by giving it the puff with the magic breath, you bring it back to the box, you put it in a different hole, and the spectators don't notice that it's not going into the same place. When I place the spike into one of the 4 outside holes, it stands the coin up on its edge. So the spike apparently passes right through the coin. I give a spike a puff with the magic breath, and now I can pass the spike through any one of the 8 holes. The puff of the magic breath makes the people wonder, why is that important? How is it that that magic incantation or that magic spell makes the spikes go through the coin? Once I get all 8 spikes right through the coin, it's very important to give the audience a good display of what's happening. So hold the box up like so and let everybody see that all 8 spikes go back and forth from top to bottom. Now, when I remove the 8 spikes, I tell the audience that a lot of people say that I make the coin vanish from the box. And then to prove that that's not true, I give the box a shake. The real reason I'm giving the box a shake is because I want that coin to fall back down, because once it's laying down flat inside the box, I can now remove the lid and safely show the people that the coin is completely unharmed, and I've just passed 8 solid spikes right through a coin. While we've been performing the magic wearing the traditional magician's tuxedo, remember that you can perform the tricks in the Great Magician set wearing anything that you'd like.
Peter, this is one of my favorite tricks. It's the trick of the prayer vase. Before we show anything, go ahead. Take a look inside that vase. Is there anything inside? Anything at all? Any escaping gases or small children?
No.
It's totally empty.
Just the bottom of the vase.
The bottom of the vase. Well, I'm not sure that counts. And look at the rope, too. Make sure there's nothing unusual about the rope. It's not sticky or doesn't have any glue or chewing gum. Perfect. Well, now, Peter, I lied. I told you that the vase was empty, but actually there's a genie inside. You couldn't see him because he's invisible. Look, his name is Ralph. You can tell it's Ralph. There's an R. R for Ralph.
Don't make me laugh.
Don't make you laugh. Well, it's true. He's in there. In fact, I'll prove it. If we take the rope and use the rope to tickle the genie, Goochie, goochie, goo, that kind of wakes him up. He's waking up. Yes, I can tell he's awake. Oh, yes. Look, now that he's awake, he'll hold on to that rope. Go ahead, give it a little tug. He's really holding on to it. That's great. In fact, if you ask him nicely, Genie, please. That was nice enough. He'll even hold on to the vase upside down, defying the laws of gravity. But the only way to keep Genie happy is to make sure he sleeps. Genie, you can go back to sleep now. Oh my gosh, he's naked. Well, it doesn't matter. He's invisible. Go ahead, make sure he's asleep. Make sure everything is ordinary. The mystery of the prayer vase.
Three parts involved with the Chinese prayer vase: the vase itself, the rope, and the secret gimmick, which is a small ball that the audience never sees. At the beginning of the performance, start with the ball hidden in your fingers like so. Hold the rope in the same hand, and now no one will ever suspect that you're actually hiding a ball in your hand. Let the spectators examine the vase. Make sure there's nothing inside. When you take the vase back, with your left hand, hand the spectators the rope and place the vase inside your right hand with the mouth of the vase next to the ball. While the spectators are busy examining the rope, secretly allow the ball to roll inside the vase. When you get the rope back from the spectators, you can give them one last peek inside the vase because the ball will have rolled down to this part of the vase. No one will be able to see it inside. When you begin to tickle the genie inside the vase, turn the vase upside down like this, and the ball will roll down against the rope. Once the ball is jammed against the rope, you'll be able to feel it, and you can let the spectators also feel that the genie is tugging on the rope. Now turn the vase right side up again and let go of the vase. The vase hangs from the rope with no apparent means of support. After you've finished displaying the vase to all of the spectators, pull the rope out, and the ball will roll right back into your fingers. Curl your fingers gently around the secret ball, hand the spectators the rope. With your left hand, come back, get the vase, and just allow your right hand to drop casually by your side. Let the spectators examine the rope and the vase, and no one will ever figure out the secret to the Chinese prayer vase.
Ta-da! Thank you, my people. Thank you. No, I'm sorry. No, never repeat the same trick for the same audience. Repeating tricks gives them an extra chance to discover the secret. So never do it. No, I won't do it. No. No. Sorry. Mm-mm.
Now I'm going to show you how to make one solid object go right through another solid object. I'm going to pass this pencil through that glass without breaking it. First of all, take a look at the glass and see if you can find a hole in the glass. Find any holes?
No.
All right, I also have some playing cards here. Do you see any holes in the cards?
No.
I'm going to protect the glass and your eyesight by covering up the glass with these playing cards. Now watch as this pencil goes right through the glass. Oh, can you believe it? It goes through this side, and it comes out that side over there. Pretty amazing. I bet you think there's a hole in the glass, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's take a look. Can you see the hole in the card?
Yes.
There's a hole in that card, but take a look. Is there any hole in that glass?
No.
That pencil went right through there, and it didn't even break the glass. To perform the penetration frame, you'll need the frame that comes with your magic set, some old playing cards, and a sharp pencil. Look carefully at your frame and you'll see a patent number at the bottom on one side of the frame. You can see the number. You can also feel it with your finger. On the other side of the frame, there is no patent number. Place the first playing card inside the frame on the side where the patent number is. This will unlock the glass in the frame so it will slide back and forth. There's a secret hole in the glass hidden right here. So slide the glass up so that the hole is now in the center. This is on the side which faces you. Place the second card inside the frame, and now the hole is completely covered from both sides. Now you can show the frame freely. Place the pencil right through the center of the frame, and it apparently goes right through both cards and the glass. When you remove the pencil, place your finger quickly over the hole so that it hides the hole from the spectators. Remove the card on the side closest to you first and slide the glass back so that the hole is once again hidden from view. Now remove the card from the side that has the patent number and show the audience that the glass is completely unharmed, even though the pencil has actually penetrated right through the center of the frame.
Peter, this is a story of one of the worst days Robin Hood ever had. Now, for our story, this little piece of black paper is going to represent our hero, Robin Hood. Well, one day he was galloping through the forest, Sherwood Forest, and he was captured by the evil sheriff of Nottingham. Pretty bad day, huh? Well, he was locked into this terrible, deep, dark dungeon deep within the magic castle, guarded by those vicious jailers, Milt and Bill. Look, he had only these little tiny windows of slits for air. Well, it was a bad day, but it was even worse for our tight-wearing friend, because look, he wasn't locked in the jail with any lock. He was locked with this fancy brass tack of Nottingham, available at your local office supply. Well, as you can see, Robin Hood was really trapped. Go ahead and feel how Robin Hood was trapped in the jail. It was a terrible day. But alas and alack, Robin Hood had some luck, for with the magic words, hi-ho, and a hey nonny nonny, Robin Hood was able to elude the lock, escape the jail, and still have plenty of time to meet Maid Marian for pizza and root beers. Go ahead, check out the jail. Check out Robin Hood. Hey, Peter, have you ever had pizza with mutton and anchovies?
Yeah.
Well, it's not so good, but Robin Hood loved it.
You need 3 parts to perform the Viz Escape. Make an envelope out of this red piece of cardboard and permanently glue or tape it together along this edge so it's an actual permanent envelope. Also, find the black cardboard sliding piece and the brass brad. Beginning, you show the audience the entire apparatus and let everyone clearly see that the sliding piece will pass right through the envelope. Point out that there are windows which the audience can see through and keep track of the sliding piece at all times. Notice that of the 2 pairs of windows, 2 are closer to the center hole and 2 are a little bit further away. Those 2 slots which are further away are on the audience's side. The 2 which are closer together always stay on your side. After you let the audience examine the apparatus, place the sliding piece into the envelope this way. These 2 slots would be facing you during an actual performance. Slider goes in, out one slot, and then into the other. But from the audience's viewpoint, they think that they can see the sliding piece passing entirely through the envelope. Line up the holes in the sliding piece and the envelope, place the brad through both holes, and spread the wings, locking it down. From the audience point of view, the sliding piece is completely imprisoned inside the envelope by the brad. From your side, you can see that it's actually already on the outside. To create the release, give a little tap with your magic wand, and then press the brad gently so that it passes through the hole in the sliding piece. Now the spectator is able to pull the sliding piece right out, and you've apparently passed one solid object right to another. At this point, you can hand everything back to the spectators, and once again, they can examine everything and find that it's completely free of trickery.
man, please don't do it. Come on, I only showed her one secret.
Remember, never tell the secret to any magic tricks.
Oh, she said she wouldn't tell anybody. Come on. No way, please. Don't do it. No.
Steve, have you ever heard of Harry Houdini, the famous escape artist?
Sure.
Can you do any escape tricks?
As a matter of fact, I know how to do Houdini's famous Siberian chain escape. Pull on this chain and make sure it's a very strong chain. Believe it or not, I'm going to let you lock me up in this chain and I will be able to escape. Let's make a lasso. Pull that good and tight. Excellent. Now wrap that chain around my wrist. Put the end through that loop. Double the chain back and fasten it on the furthest loop that you can reach. Very good. Snap it right through the chain, making sure it's very strong and tight. Excellent. Good job. Feel that chain and make sure it's very strong. Excellent. Now, if you would, take that scarf and cover up my wrist because I don't want people to see the secret to the way I make my escape. Now, believe it or not, I'm going to try to escape from this chain on the count of 3. Would you count to 3 for me, nice and loud?
1, 2, 3.
Look at that. I've completely escaped just like Houdini. Pretty good, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right. Good chaining job.
Thanks.
The Siberian chain escape is one of the most dramatic effects in the entire magic set. First of all, let the spectators examine the chain and see how strong it really is. Step number 1 is to make a lasso by passing the end of the chain through the loop on the opposite end. Now pass your left hand through the lasso and pull it very tightly around the wrist. One loop will be at the top of your wrist. The other loop will be on the opposite side. Have the spectator pull the end of the chain very tightly and place your right wrist over the top. The right wrist must come over the top of the chain. And now press your wrists together. The spectator wraps the chain over your right wrist and passes it through the loop that is on the bottom of your left wrist. The spectator doubles the chain back and fastens the end onto the furthest length that he can reach on the chain. Now your hands are apparently firmly chained together. But if you rotate your wrists this way, there is secret slack in the chain. So always rotate your wrists away from each other this way to create the impression that the chain is very tight. Now the spectator covers your wrists with a cloth. In this case, we've removed the cloth so you can see the action, but in the actual performance, your hands would be covered with a scarf right now. The right wrist rotates up like this, slides out. Now you loosen the lasso around your left wrist. The left hand comes out, and you've completely escaped from a solid steel chain.
A long time ago in China, there was a terrible famine. There wasn't enough rice to eat, nor was there enough water to drink. But along came a great sage. Or was he Tarragon? No, he was a great sage. In fact, I think his name was Uncle Ben. Well, he said, I can cure this problem. So by covering what little rice they had with an empty bowl, and by reciting the magic words, I can make rice in just 1 minute, he was able to actually double the quantity of rice. Well, the people liked it, but they still weren't impressed because although there was rice, there still wasn't enough water. But with more magic words, Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat, he was able to end the famine by not only creating enough rice to eat, but by making enough water to drink. Although the rice bowls is one of the most difficult tricks in the set and requires an elaborate setup, it is well worth your effort because the effect on the audience is very strong. The primary components to the trick are these 2 green bowls, one of which I filled with water, and the other one I've already filled with rice. this tray, by the way, notice how this tray has a lip on it. This way, even if I do spill water or rice, I won't make a mess. Finally, we have this plastic disc. It's very important for the setup. Let me show you how you do set up the trick. You take a little bit of the water and get the rim of this disc wet. You also need to make sure the rim of this bowl is wet, just like I'm doing now. Now, we're going to use this disc as a lid. It doesn't snap on the bowl or screw on. I just place it right on top, and by just pushing down very lightly, I create a seal. Because of the air pressure involved, the water remains trapped inside the bowl. Now, I need to put this bowl down on the tray. In order to make that easy, I put some grains of rice on the tray, so when I set the bowl down, it's very easy again to pick back up. Before you perform the trick, make sure your hands are dry. That's very important, because later on, I'll try to pick up this bowl, and if my hands are wet, it makes it very difficult. For performing the trick, they see one bowl filled with rice and this upside-down bowl, which they assume is empty. I just pick up the water-filled bowl and use it to cover up the rice-filled bowl. At this point, I want to invert both bowls. I do this 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. Now, at this point, there's water in the bottom bowl and rice in the top bowl. By lifting up the top bowl, rice will fall out on the tray, creating the illusion that the rice has doubled in quantity. Now, at this point, watch how I hold this bowl in my right hand. See how my fingers come over the rim? That's very important. I use this bowl to level off the rice in the other bowl, and at the very end, I can use my fingers of my right hand to pull away the plastic disc and set it on the table. Now, if the audience can see that this bowl is filled with water, you're doing the trick too close to the audience. They think that this bowl is filled with rice. Obviously, we know it's filled with water. At this point, it's very easy just to use the same bowl to cover the bowl with water, say the magic words, and then prove to the audience that you've created bowls of water.
So, Peter, now that you've seen some of the magic in the Great Magician set, are you ready to become a magician, too?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, great. I brought along a nice tuxedo. Put that on so you'll look good for the show.
All right, the perfect fit. We've also got your first magic hat, Peter.
And the very important magician's wand. What would you like to show us?
Well, I really like the magic drawer box, but it needs $1. Do you have $1?
Well, yeah. Will I get it back?
Yeah. I'm a professional, of course.
You're a professional. I should have known. There's $1.
Okay. Now you have to fold the dollar so you can fit it into the box.
Okay.
Put it into the box, and you can see it.
Yeah, I see it.
And then you close the box. And then you open the box, and the dollar's gone.
Oh!
That's unbelievable.
Wait. I need my buck back. I was going to use that to pay my MDA dues.
Can you make his dollar come back?
Yeah, but I have to use the magic this time.
All right, Brad, your dollar
Holy
came
smokes.
back.
It's back. Not bad, Peter. I'm
That was
impressed.
great.
Way to go.
The secret to the magic drawer box is that there are actually 2 drawers inside the box. When I begin, I place the dollar bill inside both drawers, close the drawer, and tip the box away from me like so. Little tap of the magic wand, I say my magic words, and when I open the box, the inner drawer is now hidden inside the box here, so the dollar bill has apparently disappeared. To bring the dollar bill back, I close the drawer and tip the box toward me. Little tap of the magic wand, I say the magic words, and presto, the dollar bill comes back. Always use a dollar bill in the drawer box, because if you use a coin or a marble, it might rattle around inside the box. If the spectators can hear the coin in the box, they'll know how the trick is done.
Thank you for purchasing this Peak Productions instructional video. Remember to rewind, review, and practice each trick as many times as necessary. Please don't make copies of this tape. It's not professional, it's against the law, and it's not nice. There are more tricks in the Royal Magic set than are shown on this tape. You can learn them by using the instruction book in the kit. We'll be on the lookout for you when you perform your magic show as a real professional. Good luck.